Hi everybody, welcome to Talk O'Clock. Happy Saturday. How was your week? Was it good? Did you do something awesome? I certainly hope so. My week was mixed. Let's put it this way. It's getting really warm here. Summer is coming, which is great, but every so often it comes with fatigue, and I actually had 2 days of really bad fatigue this week, just laying in bed and just pretty much sleeping all day. And I lost a lot of hours because of it, but I guess it's fine. I mean, it wasn't all week long, which is awesome. Just 2 days, but still, it sucked. However, I did also have a gaming group on Saturday and Sunday, which was lovely. Played a lot of Gloomhaven. And the same happened Wednesday, Thursday. So again, lots and lots of Gloomhaven. We played a significant amount of quests and just spent time together and enjoyed ourselves, which was very lovely. And I did, well, a lot of painting with Sebastian for the 3D minis that we got printed for Gloomhaven. So here's a little montage of some trees and thorns coming together, and we just got the second batch printed, and this weekend I think there's gonna be some more painting. Well, yeah, this week is also well, it's not weird, but it's just memories coming back and flooding my mind, and me quite struggling with it. 5 years ago, my dad passed away. So the day that you're seeing this, the 13th of June, 5 years ago, my dad passed away from cancer, because that's just what happens when that sucky disease hits you and people can't do anything about it. And the last week and this week, memories just came flooding back, because it so happens that this year all the significant dates fall on to exactly the same weekdays. So there is just a lot of remembering. Don't cry. A lot of remembering and still processing grief. And sometimes it's just hard. And today that I'm filming this, it's Friday. It's a hard day, because this is the last day that I saw my dad. I went to the hospital. He was not really conscious anymore. He had quite a lot of lesions in his brain, so he stopped talking and reacting to things verbally or with any reaction where you are sure that he's reacting consciously. He stopped doing that on Wednesday. And today, on Friday, 5 years ago, I was sitting in a hospital. It was pretty much the same kind of weather as it is today. Very sunny, very warm. And when my brother and mom left for the night, I stayed with him, and we had our last beer together. So alcohol-free beer, of course, because hospital. Also, I had to drive. But I bought ourselves 2 bottles of beer at the hospital cafeteria, and I had mine, and I gave him his on a little, oh, what are they called? Like oversized, massive Q-tips where you can wet your lips and gums and such. So I just popped it into the bottle of beer every couple of minutes, and put the beer on his gums and his teeth. And I read a book to him. So he had started a book, like a crime-solving thriller, I would classify it. One of his favorite authors, I think he was from Iceland. One of his favorite authors, I forgot the name, but he loved those books, and he hadn't finished the story. So I sat beside his bed for a couple of hours until late in the evening and finished reading the book to him, so that he had the story done. He knew who the murderer was, and if the cop would fall in love with one of the associates or not. And that was our last evening. And I went home. I went home very late in the evening, like 11 p.m. or midnight or something, and woke up at 4:30 for no apparent reason, and in the end I found out that was the time he died. So I could have actually just stayed 4.5 hours longer, and I would have been there. And that's something that I just think about every time June 12th. I don't regret not staying, because him and I had talked about if he would wanted someone with him when he died, or if he wanted to be alone. And he said the second. He would not like to have an audience. That's why I went home that night. That's why my mom and my brother went. But I don't want to say I wish I would have been there, but I kind of do. God, this is hard. This is a teary-eyed vlog. And I didn't expect that. I mean, sure, I expected it, but I thought I could keep it together. Obviously, I can't. I just miss him. I would have loved for him to meet Sebastian, to meet Jan, to see that I'm okay with my health and my struggles, and that I'm dealing pretty well with shit. I would have loved for him to see his grandkids grow up. So, yeah. Just a lot of missing my favorite man in the world. But that's the crazy thing about grief. It doesn't necessarily go away just because time passes. But it's not there constantly. Not at all. Not even in the last 2 weeks, where so many significant days followed. I did laugh a lot. I enjoyed myself. I had lovely times. But still, every once in a while, it creeps up on you out of the blue, and you can't really see it coming. That's something, I guess, that grief does. I talked to other friends and my aunt and such, like people and my grandma when I was younger, people who dealt with grief for a long time, and they all said the same thing, and now I'm just experiencing it on my own. It creeps up on you and it comes in waves. So it's just one of those moments, one of those days where one of the waves hit, I guess. Don't worry, I'm gonna be fine. I'm just gonna remember my dad today. That part of him. I mean, I celebrated his birthday earlier this year, just like I do every year. And I'm gonna, quote unquote, celebrate his day of passing tomorrow. I'm gonna be with Sebastian and his family we're gonna do something so simple, but something my dad and I love to do, and that's kind of in honor of him. We're gonna have a lovely meal together and we're gonna watch soccer. Because that's what I did with my dad. I loved playing soccer with him and I loved watching soccer with him. I don't do that anymore since he passed. I don't watch any soccer anymore. But tomorrow I'm gonna watch it with um, Sebastian and his family. So they're gonna help. And my dad's gonna be there in spirit. I guess that's a nice way to deal with it. So before I poop, blah blah blah. So I'm gonna end the cry fest now. Next week's gonna be better. I know. It's just every year. For these 2 or 3 weeks, that things are a little harder. And this year it was different. And it triggered way more. Because, well, it happened, the dates happened to be on the same weekdays. That's all of it. So I'm gonna go now. Gonna be in thought land today. I actually have to paint a card, like a greeting card today, because Jörn got to be an uncle for the third time. His little niece is born and she's so cute. And he's gonna be in his hometown tomorrow. And we bought her a little gift and we wanna send her a card, and I thought I'd paint a sweet little card, so I gotta do that today. It will be on art day, I guess, at one point, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure if I feel like filming today. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna read today, because that will trigger as hell. But I'm gonna cook some lovely dinner later. I'm just gonna Netflix maybe a little bit and think about my dad. So I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you're doing good. I'm sorry, I hope you don't mind the cry fest, but like I said, I film real life, and this is part of real life, of my life, so yeah. I'm gonna see you next week with hopefully a way more cheerful vlog. So thank you very much for watching, and I'm gonna see you. Bye.